Today I'm going to repeat to share my technique about the double cage technique for the biportal endoscopic combined body fusion. So there is some video demo on the open access, the neurospine and the JMIS, the articles. You can check the videos to see the whole procedures. So you can see, now you know the UBE is a very good surgical technique with a very small surgical wound. You can see the surgical field very clearly without any bleeding. Now that is a skin incision that I made. I use mini Wells's approach through the intermuscular plane between the multifidus and the longus mastosi, and another separated skin incision for inserted the endoscope. So that is the postoperative surgical wound. They're very small, about 2 to 3 centimeters for one segment fusion, and about 4 centimeters for two segment fusion. There's no need to use the tubular retractor because all the saline outflow just to keep the wound open. So that is how we emphasize to minimize the soft tissue trauma, not to destruct the muscle, but to separate the muscle from the intermuscular plane. So every case we carefully dissect the intermuscular plane, try to minimize the muscle damage. So you can see after the surgery, there is almost no muscle damage if you use the MRI to check the postoperative results. And the beauty of the technique is that we can do the posterior decompression. Adequate decompression, just more like the most of the posterior surgery. You can remove the ligamentum flavum as a whole piece to have a complete decompression. The risk of dural injury is very low if you know how to use the no punch decompression technique. Now this is the result. The MRI follow-up can show you the very good decompression, the reduction of the spondylolisthesis, and the good preservation of the soft tissue. Then the two cage insert is a sequential insert of the two cages. The first one is the vertical one, and then the vertical one will maintain the disc space open. So we have a large space to put in the bone graft as much as possible. Then we use a dura anchor to retract the dura medially to protect the dura. Then we insert the second cages. Why we use the double cages? Because double cages not only double the footprint, but if you put the cage widely open, the effective footprint is much better. It's much bigger than just the two cages, and you maybe even larger than the olive cage. In this case, we put a single cage for L3-4 and two cages in L4-5. You can see the fusion bed is different after 1 year CT scan. They are both levels had solid fusion, but the fusion mass is much smaller in the one cage group. So the disc space preparation is the most important because you want to have a very empty disc space while preserving the bony end plate. That is the most important. So we use the end plate stripper. We avoid to use any sharp instrument like the shaver or the curette. So we can preserve the bony end plate very much. That is the key point to have a very good reduction of the disc space without injury to the end plate. So that is the disc that we can remove. We call it the disc ball. So every time you have to reach such kind of a result that you can have a promised fusion result. And the beauty of the endoscope technique is that you can insert the cage under your direct visualization. And even if you don't have the anchor that I used, you can still see the cage clearly. When you insert the cage, it's clearly monitored, just like the Dr. Dash mentioned and demonstrated. And so you can use put a lot of bone graft inside. The ideal cage is widely separated, and I like to put the cage as anteriorly as possible to create the lordosis. And I also like to put the cage widely open, so there is a space between the cages to accommodate the bone graft. That is the bone graft that we used. We have a specialized design bone graft impactor with a screw in. Very interesting, you can see the bone graft just push in, push in, push in. With no hammer, the bone graft push in to the disc space. That is the design. My second generation. Now we have the fourth generation bone graft impactor. Now the fusion result can achieve as high as 93%, and most of the fusion result is grade 1. fusion. The only subsidence is 5%. So I say the end plate preparation is the most important key point of the fusion. Why the result will be better? Because we further minimize the soft tissue injury from the MISSAB leaf, and we have a better visualization as compared to the MISSAB leaf. And we do the end plate preparation totally under visual supervision. And in the MISSAB leaf, we prepare the disc space, rely on our tactile sensation. That is not reliable. So fusion result I mentioned in the previous talk. Just skip the result. So that's the fusion result. You can see that the large fusion bed with a solid fusion at 1 year CT scan. Also, you can use this technique to correct the scoliosis one level by one level by choosing to put the cage into the appropriate location. So you can use the cage to correct the scoliosis and reduce the spondylolisthesis. So that's 1 year result that I can show you after 1 year. The CT scan follow-up, you see these cases, there are 4, 7 by 4, 28 cases to show you that very good result in my series. So if you use this technique and get a high fusion rate, you can have a direct decompression. The patient will have a good symptom relief, quick recovery, and low complication risk. Thank you for your attention.